What's up, guys? NezReacts here, and welcome. We got a couple stuff to get into today. Um, this is being taped before SmackDown. Today is March 3rd, 2023, and I got some stuff we wanted to talk about. I was gonna make a full video on everything, but I was like, let's just make it all into one. You know what I'm saying? We got some news on Brock Lesnar and Omos. We got Trish status might be turning heel. We got some Tony Khan having problems with CM Punk. We got some stuff to talk about. So we're going to get into it. First, we're going to start off with, the man of the hour or the two people of the hour. Mr. Brock Lesnar and Omos, the match that none of us wanted. We're going to talk about it right now. So we're going to find out the real reason why. And you're going to like this. You're going to like this. Real reason for Brock Lesnar versus Omos taking place at WrestleMania 39. As seen on this week's episode of Raw, Brock Lesnar vs. Omos was made official for WrestleMania 39. At one point, the following names were rumored to face Lesnar at WrestleMania 39. Gunther, Bobby Lashley, Bray Wyatt. Many fans are upset about Lesnar facing Omos as they think this would have been an appropriate match for an event like Crown Jewel in Saudi Arabia, and at the biggest show of the year. WWE wanted to book Lesnar in a fresh match at WrestleMania 39, which is why they didn't go for Lashley versus Lesnar for at the show of shows. Lesnar versus Gunther, oh Jesus Christ, or versus Wyatt could have easily been booked, but Triple H doesn't want Gunther or Wyatt to take a clean loss at this moment, as he should. Also, Gunther is the Intercontinental Champion right now, and a title change is being discussed for WrestleMania 39, which would be rumored to be a triple threat match, and for Gunther not to get pinned. And WWE doesn't want to put the IC title on Brock because it's a workhorse championship and it doesn't fit Lesnar's part-time schedule. Along with WWE not wanting Wyatt to lose clean in his second televised match since his return, Lesnar doesn't want to work with Wyatt either. This led to, hear this part, this is very important. This led to Vince McMahon picking Omos to face Lesnar. One of the very important things about booking this match is giving Lesnar a much-needed WrestleMania victory. Brock has not won a match in WrestleMania in 5 years. His last win was in 2018. Anybody see what was wrong with that? Now, on my TikTok, which you should go follow at NezReacts, and also follow my Instagram, also at official_KingNez. I forgot to plug that in the beginning. But I've discussed this many a times. And I said that Vince McMahon is coming back into creative, whether we like it or not. Slowly but surely. Triple H even admitted that, Vince has been giving him tips and has a say when it comes to WrestleMania. So this match being on the card made no sense. So I knew that. So on my TikTok, I said, this definitely wasn't a Triple H match. He did not book this match. Because why does Brock Lesnar and Omos need to be a match? You know why? Because Vince wanted to be, Brock Lesnar lifts up this 480-pound man, F5 to win. He's all about that. He wants to recreate that Hogan and Andre the Giant moment. I don't know why he keeps doing that, but it's whatever. And this is the first step of Vince trying to get back into creative. With that match, I was like, yep. And Bray Wyatt and LA Knight being in that terrible pitch black match, it's fucking ridiculous. And also having Bray Wyatt, this also I wanted to talk about. I said it on TikTok as well and on my YouTube channel. Now that Lashley and Wyatt or Lesnar and Wyatt made 0 sense. Why does Bray Wyatt have beef with any of them? It doesn't make any sense. The match that should have happened was Brock Lesnar versus Lashley to end the feud. Do I care about that match? No, because every match they had fucking sucked. But it makes more sense than Omos and Bray Wyatt. But then again, it's freaking Vince. And also, it was rumored that Gunther was going to face Brock. I would have loved to see that, but there's no story towards that, and I do not like that idea. If there was a story to it, then fine. And also, at the same time, Gunther is Intercontinental Championship, and he should not be losing it to Lesnar or losing to anybody anytime soon when it comes to getting pinned. Gunther's just that good. So I don't know why that was a thing, but we're going to have to deal with this match that is going to be a snooze fest. I'm definitely getting up and taking a bathroom break during this match. That's whatever. But also, we have some more news on Brock that I got to talk about. He is quote unquote saying that he's finishing up. I'm going to get into that right now. As WWE reported, Brock Lesnar was originally scheduled to defeat Bobby Lashley at Elimination Chamber 2023. However, on a SmackDown before the premium live event, Bray Wyatt announced that he is coming after the winner of Lesnar versus Lashley. Okay. Brock was pitched a match against Wyatt at Mania, but he turned it down. Of course he did. Due to this, WWE was forced to change the finish of Lesnar and Lashley 3, and they went with Lesnar losing via DQ, which now leads Wyatt versus Lashley at WrestleMania Hollywood. According to PW Insider, Lesnar was saying goodbye to some of the people backstage at Elimination Chamber, as mentioned that he is quote-unquote finishing up. No one knows at the moment what Lesnar meant by finishing up, but usually his contract is up during WrestleMania time, so it's possible he's teasing retirement to get a better deal from WWE. A few years back, Lesnar leveraged UFC to get a better deal with WWE. Lesnar is scheduled to face Omos at WrestleMania 39. We already discussed that. WWE will return to Saudi Arabia for a premium live event on May 27th, and Brock always works those events due to a big payday, of course. And then they'll say they'll keep an update on that. So yeah, Brock has teased that he's done, and I don't believe that at all. He should be done, in my opinion. I'm tired of it, but I think he is just doing it just to get a bigger payday. And he was also saying that he didn't really want to be a part of matches if Vince weren't booking him, because he considers Vince a father figure. So he's definitely a Vince boy. And it's true, because when Vince first left, Brock wasn't going to show up on SmackDown when he was supposed to, but last minute he did show up. So don't know where that was going, but he's definitely a Vince McMahon boy and does not want to do anything if Vince McMahon doesn't say so. So, like I said, do I think he's done? Not really. Should he be done? Yeah, but Brock Lesnar's going to do what Brock Lesnar's going to do. Simple as that. Now we're going to talk about Trish Stratus. Here's the thing about Trish Stratus. We're gonna discuss it. We're gonna discuss it right now, because we need to talk about Trish. Just gonna get a picture of her up here, because we gotta look at the beautiful Trish Stratus. Okay, so if you did not watch Raw this week, Damage Control defended the women's tag team titles against Bayley and Lita. Damage Control was obviously booked to lose. Bayley tried to interfere, and Trish Stratus made her return and helped the ladies win the titles. Now, there's some rumors that Trish Stratus might be turning heel before WrestleMania 39. Here's what I'm saying. On this week's episode of Raw, Lita and Becky Lynch defeated Dakota Kai and Io Sky of Damage Control to win the Women's Tag Team Championships. I just mentioned that. Trish Stratus returned during the match to stop Bayley from interfering. I just said that. Word going on is that we're now getting Lita and Becky versus Ronda and Shayna for the Women's Tag Team titles at WrestleMania 39. I'll give my thoughts on that in a second. According to Wrestling Observer, a lot of twists and turns are still expected to take place in the storyline, and multiple matches could result from it. And I quote, "The only thing we know is that the women's tag team title situation with the 6 women involved, as well as Bayley and Trish Stratus, has several twists and turns yet to come before the matches are finalized. Whether that means another title change back, or Trish Stratus turning heel leading to that, or something else isn't known past. We've got more storyline to go and to get to. That destination is most likely 2 different matches coming out of this." Do I think Trish Stratus is going to turn heel? Probably not. I don't see it. If they want to do that, that's probably most likely because they want to do Trish and Lita again, which is totally okay. I'm kind of over the old heads coming back and doing it. But Trish Stratus and Lita can go in the ring, so I'm really not upset about that. And the rumor of Lita and Becky facing Ronda and Shayna makes a whole bunch of sense because Ronda and Shayna obviously want the titles. They've been discussing that on SmackDown week by week. So yeah, that's obviously gonna happen. Am I excited for that? Not really, because 3 out of the 4 women in this match can go. Obviously, Ronda Rousey's ass right now. She fucking sucks. But I'm happy for Shayna Baszler finally getting a Mania match. She deserves way more than this. She shouldn't be fighting for these useless ass women's tag team titles. Because let's be honest, the women's tag team titles should be burnt down. I'll burn them myself because they have literally no reason to be. No reason to be at all. Also, I got some more news. Triple H is set to debut interesting name on WWE main roster after WrestleMania 39. After WrestleMania, every year a new quote-unquote season begins in WWE, where wrestlers return to the company and NXT wrestlers are called up to Raw and SmackDown for their main roster debut. According to PW Insider, NXT wrestler Cameron Grimes is scheduled to make his WWE main roster debut after WrestleMania 39. Grimm signed with WWE in 2019 and has been a part of NXT ever since. He was last seen on NXT in November 2022, where he lost to Joe Gacy. He hasn't appeared on TV ever since because he's done with NXT, and WWE officials don't want him to debut on Raw and SmackDown before they're done with WrestleMania Hollywood. Cameron has attended recent Raw and SmackDown shows and worked dark matches before last week's SmackDown, where he wrestled Ashante Adonis of Hit Row. And if you want to know what Cameron Grimes' career is currently like, he's a one-time NXT North American champion, one-time $1 Million champion, 3-time TNA X Division champion, and one-time tag team champion. I'm excited for this because Cameron Grimes definitely is main roster ready. And I'm glad he's getting from that awful NXT that I don't even want to call NXT because it's not black and gold. So I'm happy, and he's going to be good under Triple H's hands because obviously he's a Triple H guy. He was black and gold. So yeah, Cameron Grimes is going to do good. I would hope that he goes to SmackDown and he could start doing his little rivalry with LA Knight again. I'm totally down. LA Knight needs something to do, and Cameron Grimes is the perfect person. They got history together. They can do it. That's what I'm hoping for. I'm excited for that. Let's see where that goes. So, but yeah, Cameron Grimes is reported to make his debut after WrestleMania 39. Totally fine with that. What do you guys think about that? And last, we got some Tony Khan news about CM Punk. Oh, Lord, here we go. Mr. Punk. So Tony Khan is in a really hard position with CM Punk. CM Punk was last seen on AEW programming at the All Out 2022 pay-per-view, where he defeated Jon Moxley in the main event to win the AEW World Championship. He got injured during the match. Also, after the show, he ripped some fellow AEW wrestlers during the media scrum and was then involved in a fight with the Elite, Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks, which got him suspended. According to the Wrestling Observer, AEW President Tony Khan is in a really tough position in regards to Punk's return. And I quote, Tony Khan is legit in a really hard position. Bringing Punk back is not putting him on top probably. Won't make Punk happy, and putting him on top, perhaps he'll draw very, very well. But that's not a lock-in. And those who carried the company when he was gone won't be happy he's back if he's on top. Then you have the talent that won't want him back unless he makes amends. And that would be the best thing for everyone, and try and apologize to smooth things out. But I don't know. That is the cards, which is why the situation becomes hard. Will people leave over it? Maybe. And it has to be figured out. But Moxley and Jericho won't leave, I don't think, since they have long-term deals. All right. And Punk is probably not far from being able to return and has said that he wants to wrestle again. All right. So here's what I got to say about Mr. Punk. So I want him to come back. I think what he did at the medium scrum was unacceptable. I think everybody in that situation was wrong. But Kenny went on Renee's podcast and discussed as much as he can because it's obviously an investigation and he can't really say much. But he did say that, hey, he hopes that everybody can, make amends and, we can just all move on. Get over it, which I'm happy that Kenny said that. I think they should all get over it. And honestly, Punk coming back is best for business, honestly, because he is a big draw no matter what. He is, controversy or not. He is a big draw, and Tony Khan kind of needs him in there. So I think he should definitely come back. And the best way to make him come back is, I think, have him start a segment with the Elite and have him do a trios match with the Elite versus him and FTR. I feel like that would be a big money match because obviously we know, beef behind the situation. So we don't really have to have a big storyline because we already have a storyline built up. And that would bring out a whole bunch of money. You can take my money because we all love a good wrestling match where there's actual real beef going on. So I think that should definitely be a good move. And I understand TK's in a hard position because some people might be upset at the fact that Punk's back and he wants to be straight at the top early, which makes sense because CM Punk is that type of dude to do that. Do I think it's going to be a problem? It could be, but I'm not 100% sure on that. I think everybody should just get over it. I think he should go. He should go and talk to everybody in the locker room and be like, I apologize for my actions, and I'm one of you guys. I just want to wrestle, and I want to have good matches. I want to do the best for the company, and just make everybody back on the same page, because around the time Punk did the media scrum, everything was all over the place. We had Thunder Rosa and Britt Baker beef, and everything was just Eddie Kingston and Sammy, and then we had this CM Punk and the Elite. So I think it's the best thing for business for him to come back and apologize, and the Elite, they all get together and apologize for what they've done. The Elite apologize to Punk apologize to them, and we can all get this over with and start doing stuff that will build the company up. I think that's the best thing. And I understand why it's a hard thing because of the situation, but I do think it's best for business that Punk does come back. TK gets that money. Because Punk can still go. He gets injured a lot, but I think it's only right for business for Punk to come back. I wouldn't lose Punk just because of the stupid thing he did. I think he's learned from his lesson. If he does it again, then I do think he gets the boot. But I think Punk humbles himself down now. I don't think he's really upset about it anymore. And he says he wants to wrestle. So if he wants to wrestle, by all means, come back. And it does kind of feel weird because Punk was on the cover of the AEW Fight Forever, but then they changed it once he got suspended. So I don't know how he feels about that, but that's just me. But at the end of the day, I think Punk should be back. Everything should be smooth sailing after that, and I hope everybody can get along because better locker room, better wrestling. If nobody has any beef, we're good. We're chilling. So I think that's a big thing going on. And that's all the news I got for today. But I also have one more thing. I just remembered. I have a SmackDown spoiler for tonight. If you don't want to hear about what's going to happen tonight, then by all means, you can skip this part. It's not really showing like who's going to win and all that. It's just showing like everything that's going to happen on the show. So tonight's episode of SmackDown is going to be a big one, as the two men who will collide in the main event of WrestleMania 39 will come face to face. According to Zero News, the following is planned for tonight's show. Undisputed WWE Universal Champion Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes will have their first face-to-face in the opening segment. Finally, we should have got this. Gunther will demand to defend the Intercontinental Championship at WrestleMania 39. Drew McIntyre, Sheamus, Kofi Kingston, Xavier Woods, Karrion Kross, and LA Knight segment. Bobby Lashley will attack Uncle Howdy. Dominic Mysterio versus Santo Escobar, which should be a great match because Santo Escobar is amazing. Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler versus Natalya and Tegan Nox, who really cares. Rhea Ripley versus Liv Morgan. And then the main event is Sami Zayn versus Solo Sikoa. It's a solid show. I think we should have been building up the Usos versus Sammy and Kevin, but obviously WWE fucked up on that part, so we have to worry about that. We get Cody and Roman finally doing a face-to-face. I hope the face-to-face is good. I created a whole big thing on my TikTok of how the promo should have went back before, like after Elimination Chamber. Roman should have showed up on Raw. But if you guys want me to tell you what I thought should happen, I'll tell you. So instead of Cody going out and doing this whole, I'm doing this for my dad and my family thing, I mean, like the original spiel that he always does, I say he comes out, Roman comes out, and Roman's like, hey, listen, at the end of the day, as much as you want, I was Dusty's favorite. He wanted me to be his real son. And, because, his real son wouldn't quit. You decided to leave the company and 6 years to go do, doing a whole bunch of flips and stuff with your little indie friends, and then create a company which you failed at and decided to come back because you failed there. And then Cody comes back, was like, you're right, Roman. I left the company 6 years because I realized I was working my ass off. Meanwhile, you got the main event handed to you in a silver platter. So I just felt like I had to leave because I can't afford, I'm putting all this work in. Meanwhile, you just automatically get it because of your family name. So I walked out. I built myself up. So I became from undesirable to undeniable. And I didn't fail at that company that I built. I just finished everything I needed to do. And then I knew there was one more thing in my career I needed to accomplish, which was to take you down and become the WWE Universal or World Heavyweight Champion, or which way you want to put it. I think that's the best promo that they can do, and they can add on to it. I think they should mention all those things because it'll make things real. It'll make things like, yeah, Cody actually has done this. Cody has done what he needed to do in AEW, and now he's here to win the world title. And it makes sense. And for Roman to bash him about it would make it even like better. For Roman to come out and be like, and like, low key do his shooting, like you left 6 years going to indie scenes and did all this stuff, and then made a company to rival us, and you guys failed and all the stuff. I think it just make for good television. It's okay to break the fourth wall once in a while, okay? To build the storyline, and they really need to do the storyline now. They need to build it up because they decided to wait until now to start this whole situation with Cody and Roman when they should have been doing that starting after Elimination Chamber. But of course, WWE fucked it up and decided, hey, we're not going to have Jey Uso turn on Sammy that night. We're just going to keep it going. We're like 4 weeks away from WrestleMania. I hope they realize that. And that's not enough time to build it. So you gotta rapid pace now. So I don't know what they're going to do about that. And also, Bray Wyatt's Ice Cold. I discussed this on the video I made before this. I discussed why Bray Wyatt's Ice Cold. And we're with Lashley jumping Uncle Howdy. Can he at least reveal him? Because it's been, 5 months, and we still don't know who Uncle Howdy is. We have our guesses, but like I'm saying, we still don't know who Uncle Howdy is. We don't know what Alexa's going to be doing. We don't know who the Y6 is. We have literally no answers at all. So we need to get that shit working. So let's see what happens tonight. That's all I got for you guys now. I'm gonna have longer videos next time, but there wasn't a lot of big news coming out this week. That was just most of it. And also Sonya Deville got arrested, but that's just like something that doesn't really need to be said. But yeah, there wasn't a lot of news. I'll definitely keep doing stuff like this, but I just wanted more news to come out. But I was like, hey, we have a couple of, topics I can talk about. The Lesnar and Bray and Lashley situation had to be talked about because I don't know why Omos is fighting Brock. I will still be upset. And, Brock Lesnar might be finished. We have a whole bunch of stuff going on. So I was like, hey, might as well just jump on and talk to you guys about it. What do you guys think? Do you want me to continue doing these? Do you want me to start live streaming and doing these topics? I could start live streaming and we could just go through all the news that I have and just have, a quick talk and stuff. I'm totally down for that. Let me know how you guys feel about it. Did you guys enjoy this? Make sure you like, subscribe, hit that notification button. And if you haven't already, go to my Instagram page at official_KingNez. You can DM me any ideas you want or just say, hey, just have a good conversation or just follow. It's cool. And my TikTok at NezReacts, I put on videos there where I don't I discuss big topics, but in like 3 minutes, so I don't have to continuously make videos on it. Just make it, separate from the TikToks to my YouTube videos. So yeah, you can go follow that as well. I hope you guys have a great night. Enjoy SmackDown. AEW Revolution is coming up this Sunday. I will be having a prediction video up after this. So make sure you guys go like and subscribe. I will definitely be back soon. And I'm repeating myself now, but this has been NezReacts, and I'll see you in my next video. Deuces.